It is time to tackle the greenhouse. We did this last year when we first moved in and we managed to clear quite a lot. We repaired some of the glass on the greenhouse and it was looking lovely. Since then we have left it to grow again. Some of those nettles are as tall as me. The inside's also been taken over by plants and spiders. There's a lot of spiders and I hate spiders, so I'm gonna have to put my big girl pants on and sort that out. But the greenhouse, as you can see, is in a lovely sunny position, and I think if we clear it up a bit it will be a perfect greenhouse to grow anything we ever wanted. But before I get inside the greenhouse, I'm gonna have to tackle that. Don't really know what my plan is at the moment. But I've got some thick dungarees on, my big wellies. I think we'll try and tackle at least round the side here to get the nettles up. Nettles are fairly easy to just pull up. I'll get some long gloves and just pull them. Yeah, we'll start with that. Forgot to also say this is probably going to take a few days to do any of this, so if you see a few outfit changes, it's multiple days. I'm going to go find our long gloves and pull out at least a strip along the side of the greenhouse, all of those nettles. There's quite a lot of rubbish in there as well, so I'll just have to watch where I'm stepping. Okay, let's go. We've also got these arm protector things that I'm just gonna put on as well. Like I'm about to go into surgery. Okay. I just sat on a nettle. This is what we're dealing with. Hopefully I can get a lot more of the roots and they are less likely to grow back. We might be able to put some sort of weed barrier down. I don't know, I haven't really thought any of this through. We're just trying to clear it at the moment. There's also quite a lot of this sticky weed stuff, which, if you haven't seen this before, will stick to any clothing. It's fun to like throw onto the backs of your family members and they don't realise they're walking around with a sticky weed on their back, but other than that, they're quite annoyed. There are also some brambles still in here. We chopped them all back when we first moved in, but obviously we didn't get the roots out because getting bramble roots out is hard work. So some of them have grown back, and I especially want to get rid of those because they're growing through into the greenhouse, which can damage the glass. So I'm going to have to be careful when I'm getting that out to not pull on any of the glass and break it. This is the sort of bramble that we're dealing with as well. Not nice. So I've now got to the point where these are all brambles, but to get to the brambles I need to take these nettles out. To get to the nettles I need to move the trailer, so we're going to move the trailer. Look, I'm being a professional YouTuber. I remember to do the thumbnail. This is what I've picked up so far. Hopefully you can hear me. Joe's just mowing the grass. I'll add subtitles if you can't. But this many nettles, we've made a dent. But now, in here, it's quite difficult to see on camera, but there's all these fences that we found in that bush that we just dumped here, and now they are covered in nettles. But there's also all these dead brambles, which is making it quite difficult to pull everything up. Even more effort, but we're making progress. I can see the side of the greenhouse now. And you can see just there, brambles starting to grow inside and all there. Well, that's sticky weed, but that is a bramble. And all of this is bramble. But I'll keep going, and I will probably come back to you if there's another update or once I've cleared this bit. I got this far, made a good dent, got all the nettles out. This is now the brambles that we will tackle next. But that's a good start. This is a pile of dirt, land, soil that has been just dumped here from, I think, scraping that. So we'll probably have to hire a skip or something to get rid of that. That's another problem. Focusing on here. But I think it's just about to start to rain. I'm going to go in for some lunch and a big drink, and then we'll see if we can tackle the brambles next. So we need to start chopping this hedge back because we want to clear off this area, and there is a shed just behind there that you'll see from another angle. There's about 6 foot of bramble to get through first. Just tried it with the hedge trimmers. You can get the green bits off, but this thick, that's just a wall. All bramble. But you can see there how far back this goes. There's the hedge line. There's the end of the bramble. I did this last year when we first moved in, and that was a lot of effort, so, but it stayed sort of back a bit, so I think if we get on top of it, get on top of this, it should be a lot easier to manage, like everything in this garden. This is why I hate nettles. Look at that. Not bad for 10-20 minutes work.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. We've uncovered these sleepers that we saw were here. Railway sleepers. Looks like there's about 5 or 6 of them, which will be great for a veg patch one day, which we're actually thinking of putting the veg patch here, next to the greenhouse. But we need to clear all this first. We've done that much. It wasn't too bad. The hedge trimmer did actually get through it. You just have to get it from side on. So we're going to keep going this way, I think.
Hit the shed soon, I think.
Yeah, until we hit the shed, which is just behind there. And then do a lot of clearing up. And might have to clear up around there as well, just to finish off this area. Just starting to rain, but we've managed to clear all the way to the shed. That was surprisingly easier, in slight quotes, than I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to take us days, but we've done it in an afternoon. So I'm just clearing this bit. And slight update, this is all on concrete. And I think the concrete goes all the way down to the bottom where the chicken coops are. I guess we'll find out one day. But this is the progress for today. So we are doing our best, but there is a lot of trees and weeds and brambles and a bit of everything growing through this concrete. I think we're just going to chop it off as close to the concrete as we can, then just weed killer all over this. I don't think we'll ever get the roots of these trees, but they might eventually learn not to grow back. But having this concrete here does mean that we have to do less work, gravel this or weed barrier this. We only have to do that on that side. So once we've cleaned this up, it should be fairly easy to keep it clean. And I'm only going up to a certain point because I don't want to start opening up all those brambles over there. So it's just going to be a line of nice looking and then the rest of the dump, but that's fine. It'll show the idea of what we're going for. I did say I wasn't going to clear all this, but I might do a little bit, just so I can get a nice line of nice concrete and then rubbish. And I think this is all just dead bramble, which we created this pile when we first moved in. So it should be fairly easy to get rid of, just more rubbish and more effort. What isn't in this garden? that's as far as I'm doing. Just taking the surface layer of rubbish off. So it's still a mess, but it looks slightly nicer. So that is the concrete uncovered. Well, up to a point. There's a few big gaps, but otherwise it's fairly in decent condition. So we can fill those in just to make it a little bit more level. But otherwise, I think that looks great. All that's left now for this first part is to level off some of this here just to below the greenhouse, so maybe along there. Then we'll weed barrier here and put these stones that are in here. Try and get enough of those to just cover this area. So we've now dug out a little trench to put this weed barrier down, which will be the next job. Come to the conclusion that this is definitely going to have to be a multi-part video. So we're going to leave part one there. We have cleaned up all the concrete around the side of the greenhouse. All the sides are looking great, apart from the front. That might be in another part. But there are definitely going to be multi-parts to this video. We'll be making the outside look pretty. We also need to clean out the greenhouse and make that look pretty. But I think the next part will be finishing off this little section that we've done, put the weed barrier down, try and reuse those stones that we've got, and there's slabs all over the garden that we're going to try and lay a few down there, and just make sure the outside looks great before I even start on the inside. There is dirt everywhere. But leave a like if you like this sort of video. Make sure to subscribe so that you can see all the rest of the parts of us finishing this greenhouse. Say goodbye. Show you just how much rubbish just cleaning up those three sides of the greenhouse has made. This is why things take us forever.